Hey there, boys and girls. Today we're going to be doing the Scorn of the Machina of Destruction. We did this one with Rain. We're going to try to go back and get it with Elena this time. Missions are deal lightning and light damage 2 times or more, evoke an Esper, and defeat the third set of arms with magic. We'll try not to forget that. Pretty much a whole new team this time. We still have to use Charlotte for mitigation because I don't have Ignis. Nicole could work, I guess. I feel a lot safer with Charlotte, so that's where we're going to be doing it. We're taking Mercenary Ramza as our cover tank this time. Full evade build. He's also death immune because we're going to be leaving the third set of arms alive for a turn, so I feel like we need death immunity to be safe with that. Other than that, he's just got a little bit of hit points and spirit to keep him alive. This is the same Charlotte that I used in the other video. Myra is going to be our healer this time. I like the combination of Myra and Ramza together because they can entrust, limit bars to Lauren if we need it, Charlotte if we need it, etc. We're taking Lauren as our breaker. Now, this is the reason why I didn't do the Elena clear earlier. I could make this clear work with Bid, for example. I even used CG Lid for this and made it work, but I didn't feel like that made for a good guide type video. I had deaths towards the end of it. It was kind of janky, so just know that you don't need Lauren to do this, but you could run into some issues with how you're damaging the boss, how you're killing the arms, what the boss could be doing. But with Lauren, it stabilizes the clear a whole lot. Kryla is better than Lauren at this. She's limited, so if you've got Kryla, you can substitute her if you don't have Lauren. This is my Elena. I used... what is it? Fravia's STMR for some true double hand. I used her own STMR, and then everything else is just regular Trust Master gear. The reason, if you guys are curious why I use Daybreak over her own Trust Mastery, is because I've got the rare enchant on this Daybreak, and I don't have the rare on her Trust Mastery, and I just don't feel like it's worth it. So I typically just run her STMR and Daybreak. A little bit of information for you there. The Espers that we're going to be using is Lakshmi for Stop Resist. We're going to be getting our Thunder Resist from Carbuncle. We're not going to be doing Dark Resist from Anima this time, so if you don't have Dark Resist on that, don't worry about it. Duncanstein's set up pretty much the same way as me. I asked for this particular Elena because I felt like it was accessible for most people to build up. Let's give it a go. I also maxed out Lauren's Limit Burst, so we get that 79% Holy Imperil. It's important just so we can get these arms down in a timely fashion. So turn 1 with her, we're going to use her cooldown break. Ramza's going to cover. Physical, and we'll get our Elenas. Do Speed of Light. We'll get Aurora Arts to unlock that, and then a couple of Aurora Tempests. Go ahead and chain that off. Charlotte is going to give us defense and spirit buff and some magic mitigation, and Myra is going to do album cover so we can have some immunities to some resistance to some ailments, and then we're going to use Roaring Crowd for the general mitigation, just so we can survive long enough for Charlotte to get her Limit Burst online. And as you can see on the first set of arms, like we did 50% to this one, 39% to this one, so we're definitely good when we triple cast, our AoE next turn. We got Ramza countering now. So when Charlotte's not countering, Ramza's going to be countering. Get all the counters for days. Alright, Elena is going to triple cast Aurora Tempest, and that's just going to knock off the arms. And that off. Now on this turn right here, I'm not going to put up Thunder Resist quite yet. I want to get a taunt in with Ramza, so the single target attacks, will go to him, and then Charlotte's going to magic cover. I didn't make that clear in my first video. The reason Charlotte's doing magic cover, and her magic cover is tied to her Limit Burst, so later on it doesn't really matter, is, Ramza doesn't have the stats to survive these single target lasers, so when Charlotte covers, she can definitely take care of that. And with Lauren, we'll just do a Thunder attack, get some of the mission parameters out of the way, and then we're going to double cast Intro and hit single. we're going to be relying on our counters right here, pretty much to hope that Lauren fills her limit burst gauge, and Charlotte for that matter. But like I said, we don't really have to worry about it too much because we got Ramza and Myra that can take care of that, if worst comes to worst. So he's charging his core. That means he takes his brakes off. We have to reapply our brakes. That's good, we got lucky. Lauren filled up, but like I said, we've got limit burst bars that we can take care of that with. And with Elena, we're going to use Starlight. We're going to get this Holy Imbue and Way of the Aurora. Send that off. We're going to use Charlotte's Limit Burst for the mitigation. We're going to come down here with Ramza and pick up some Thunder Resist. And with Myra, we're just going to do Interlude and a hit single to top everybody off. Now you're going to see, like right here, Lauren does take a considerable amount of damage from this attack, whatever it's called. Universe Destroyer. It does do a lot of damage. Alright, and then we're going to take one more at the end of this. It's Genocide Beam. 108 hit points. So like I said, if you're copying gear, and she's fully potted too. If you're copying gear, and you can get her some more, get that 50% Thunder Resist and get some more tankiness onto her, by all means go ahead. But, she'll survive every time with that. We're going to use Elena's Limit Burst here. Get ready to do some good Blade Crystal damage with her. We'll do a main verse. Another hit single to heal up with. We're going to get Ramza to provoke. Kind of like whenever the arms are down, Ramza's provoke and Thunder Resist. When the arms are up, he's cover. We'll just do Knight's Command. With Lauren, let's see here. We will do another Lightning. So we got that out of the way. We don't have to worry about lightning anymore. And of course we're chaining light, so that's all good. Alrighty, we're going to do a little damage to Elena now. Speed of Light, Blade Crystal times 3. Go ahead and send that off. Pretty good damage. Now with Lauren, because we're not going to, we may not one-shot the second set of arms. She's basically got a free turn here. We'll get some Stop Resist active. We'll get Ramza to cover. We'll get Charlotte to redo her Knight's Command. And Myra will do an outro and an album cover, so we get that status immunity, break immunity. So he's going to respawn his arms. And again, this is why I like Lauren right here. The Imperil that she gives is just enough so we can one-shot these arms. Do all the counters. Alrighty, we'll drop this Limit Burst down. We'll get our Elenas to do Speed of Light, Aurora Tempest times 3. Let's let her go ahead and finish that. That way we don't break our chains. Alright, send this off. Should take care of these arms right here. Excellent. So we did a taunt last time with Ramza. We're going to get our Thunder Resist back. I think we got one turn to cover. That's good. We'll do another Knight's Command. We'll do an intro and a hit single. So now it's basically the same thing with Elena. We're going to use her cooldown. Limit Burst, a couple Blade Crystals. Get ready for the third set of arms. All those counters. And we're just being mindful to watch the swirlies. That way we know we have to make sure we got all of our stuff up. So we'll do a Starlight, Holy Imbue. We have to do Way of the Blossom because Way of the Aurora is on cooldown. Not a big deal. We have to refresh Charlotte's Limit Burst. We're holding on to Lauren's Limit Burst for whenever the boss breaks himself. Ramsey can just provoke. Like I said, you can summon an Esper here if you've got an Esper gauge. Like Lauren has all the free turns in the world. We'll go ahead and get the Esper out of the way so I don't forget to do that. So we've got our two Thunders, we got our 2 Holies, and we've got our Esper summoned. All we have to do is not forget to kill the third set of arms with magic. Alright, we'll go ahead and get our Limit Burst off. I think the boss still has these resistances, so I don't think this will do any damage. Totally fine. We're here for the Blade Crystal modifiers from that. Before we do our Thunder Resist buff, we'll get Charlotte to use Knight's Command. Again, Lauren's got a free turn here. You want to do some thunder damage, have at it. Get Myra to sing some songs. Oh, come on. Do a main verse. Refresh album cover. I think we'll have the yellow swirly this turn. If we don't, it'll be next turn. There he is. Right on time. Go ahead and drop this Limit Burst down. We'll get our triple Blade Crystal ready. Again, we gotta wait for Lauren to slap the boss around. Her attack animations are awesome. I was so happy when I got her at 7-star today. Playing some more good damage. Again, it's nice because the boss stays above 50% there. We'll go ahead and taunt. Do another Knight's Command. We'll do an outro. I want to go ahead and entrust this bar over to Lauren just in case we get into some nasty business. I want her to always have a full Limit Burst bar. It should be the turn the arms come back up. Now, right here, you can't use attack and magic breaks on these arms. So that kind of frees Lauren up for a turn. And you can still get stopped by these arms right here. And now death's on the table. So that's why we had Genji Shield on Ramza. And Lauren's on Lakshmi, like I said before. We can go ahead and get that stop resist. So our magic tank is taken care of. We'll do Speed of Light and Aurora Tempest times 3. Alright, and then Myra. This is another neat thing. We're going to do an intro and a piercing voice. That's going to break the defense and spirit, and it's going to give us that really big holy imbue or holy imperil. I can talk in a minute. Alright, and we'll just chain off on these guys. Got them below 50%. That's what we wanted. We'll get Ramza to do a physical cover. because they're going to retaliate. Let's check Charlotte's cover. She's got 1 turn. Excellent. Let's do a Knight's Command. So we're totally protected against the stop right here. We got our death resist in case that happens. We're totally covered. Because we landed on this turn right here, the only thing the arms are going to do is put that reflect up. So we got that going on. Alright, we'll reload. We'll reload our Elenas. We'll come down here and get Alterna. Chain our Elenas off. Got our kill with magics. That's great. Now right here, the boss has of course got his buffs up. He's got 2 turns on his attack and magic break, so we got some free turns with Lauren again. You know, I can't exactly remember when the boss will do the swirly right here, but again, that's why I entrusted that limit burst bar over to her. She's good to go. If the boss decides to do it next turn or whenever it decides to do it, we're good. We'll do interlude and hit single with Myra. And now we just kind of repeat what we did before. We have to wait for the stuff to come down, and we'll just chain the boss. We don't have the thunder resist going on right now from Ramza, so because he had to do Alterna last turn. Totally fine. Okay, he's charging his core, so we have to break the boss. Go ahead and drop that. We'll do the same thing. We'll do a Holy Imbue and away the Aurora. Send that off. Rams is going to do a Thunder Resist. Try to mitigate all that damage as we can. We'll do a Knight's Command for the defensive spirit buff and the mitigations. We'll do a main verse and a hit single. Oh yeah, another thing too, because Rams is countering with Ring of the Lukai and stuff, he's sealing that that holy for us, so that's why I'm not really concerned about, you know, I'm not actually casting it with Charlotte this time. Alright, let's get Ramza to provoke. Get those single targets back on him. We're going to use our limit burst with the Elena. Let's see, Charlotte can just use Knight's Command again. Let's see here. We'll do an outro and an album cover. I don't think the boss can break your offensive stats right here, but again, better to be safe than sorry. If you didn't summon an Esper, there's another opportunity to do it. We got plenty of good breaks on the boss. We got a full limit burst bar if he dispels himself again. We got plenty of entrusters. When the boss goes below 40%, I think you'll see the what's it called? He'll do it in a second. Genocide Beam. You'll see that more often. He's concentrating core, so we got to break him. Turn 13. I think we should need 2 more turns to finish him off. We'll use a limit burst here. We'll triple Blade Crystal. I don't think this will kill him. Let Lauren finish being a badass. Oh, so close. Okay, no worries. We taunted last time with Ramza, so we'll go ahead and get the Thunder Resist. Charlotte should be good on her mitigations. Yeah, she's got 1 turn. We'll do another Knight's Command. Dun, 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 dun. Let's do a intro and a hit single. Make sure everybody's topped off. If we survive this turn, we win. There's our genocide beam. Again, cutting it kind of close, but we got it. Alright, let's reload these blade crystals. We did plenty of thunder damage, plenty of holy damage. We summoned 2 espers. We only need to summon 1. We killed the third arms with magic. To the dirt you go. That's a really fun clear. I was so glad to get Lauren. Like, she makes that so much easier. But again, if you don't have Lauren, Kryla works. If you don't have Lauren or Kryla, it is doable with Fid or even CG Lid. But again, it gets really wonky. You can do that stuff at your own risk. But this right here is pretty much turnkey. Works really well. It was really great to get Lauren. So yeah, that's about that for the clear. Hope you liked the video. Kind of got a dead week going on. We got a Dragon Quest raid going on in the game. They put a bunch of Dragon Quest units in the game. If you haven't played Dragon Quest, I suggest you pick that game up. I haven't finished it yet. I'm playing through it, and then I kind of got into Pokemon, so you know I got 2 games going on at once. But it is a really fun game, and I am enjoying it. If you guys are pulling on that, best of luck to you. That's about that for this week. We'll be streaming Saturday at 5 Eastern Standard Time. Hope you guys can show up for that. Have a good rest of the week. Toodaloo.